fierce lioness suddenly bursts out of the grass. The animals nearby scatter in fear. The lioness quickly locks onto Pumbaa. Pumbaa runs for his life, but still gets forced to the edge of a cliff. Just as he is about to become prey, Simba suddenly charges out and tackles the lioness to the ground. The lioness fights back at once. The two lions start wrestling instantly, but during the fight, Simba suddenly recognizes her.
Nala?
She is Nala. Seeing his friend after so many years, Simba is too excited to believe it. He shows Nala the place where he lives and warmly invites her to stay, but Nala does not accept. She tells Simba, Scar is ruling the Pride Lands with cruelty. There are fewer and fewer animals there, and the Pride can barely survive. She left the kingdom this time to find help and overthrow Scar's rule. Nala wants Simba to go back with her and take back the throne that belongs to him, but Simba refuses because he has always believed he caused Mufasa's death. He does not dare face the past and does not want to leave this peaceful life. Nala looks at the Simba in front of her and realizes he does not care about the Pride Lands at all. He does not even want to go back and see his mother. Looking at the lack of fight in his eyes, Nala is deeply disappointed. But everyone has their own choice. She does not keep trying to convince him. She simply turns and leaves.
I guess I made a mistake. Goodbye, Simba.
Simba does not ask Nala to stay. He feels he has his own pain, and nobody can understand what happened back then. But when Simba returns to the forest, he sees a mandrill sitting in a tree, as if he has been waiting for him. Simba does not want to deal with him, and turns to leave, but the mandrill keeps following him. The mandrill tells Simba he knows a lion king named Mufasa, and once held his son in his arms. More importantly, he knows where Mufasa is now. Simba denies it right away, because Mufasa has been dead for years, but the mandrill says Mufasa is still alive. He tells Simba to follow him, saying he will take him to see his father. Before long, Rafiki brings Simba to the lake. He points at the water and tells Simba, Mufasa is right here. Moonlight shines on the water. Simba looks down and sees his father's face in the reflection. Rafiki tells him, Mufasa has always lived in his heart. Then, Simba seems to hear his father's voice from the sky.
Simba, you must take your place in the circle of life.
I can't.
You must remember who you are, the one true king. As king, I was most proud of one thing, having you as my son.
That was a long time ago.
No, Simba. That is forever.
Please, don't leave me again.
I never left you. I never will. Remember who you are.
Mufasa reminds him, do not forget who you are, and do not forget your true responsibility. At that moment, Simba finally understands his mission. The Pride Lands need him. He must return with his father's will and protect the land that once belonged to them. Simba immediately runs toward the Pride Lands. He chooses to leave this easy forest and find Nala, so they can take back their home together. Before long, Simba catches up with Nala, who is walking alone through the wasteland. Seeing Simba finally stand up again, Nala is filled with surprise and joy. The two immediately run toward the Pride Lands together. Simba passes through the gorge that once terrified him. This time, he chooses to face the past directly and stop running away. But the Pride Lands now are already ruined and lifeless. Animal remains are everywhere. The grassland that was once full of life has become dry, cracked earth under Scar's rule. This kingdom has gone from a thriving land to a nearly lifeless wasteland. Seeing his old home become like this, Simba regrets not coming back sooner. He once thought, no matter how cruel Scar was, he would not destroy the entire kingdom himself, but everything in front of him tells him he cannot back down anymore. Simba silently swears he will take back the throne. Zazu has also survived this disaster.
Your Majesty, welcome home.
Right then, a familiar voice comes from behind them. Pumbaa and Timon have also come to help because they watched Simba grow up and cannot let him face danger alone. Just like that, they form a temporary rebel team, but as they prepare to head toward Pride Rock, they find several hyenas patrolling the only path. Pumbaa suggests using someone as bait to lure all the hyenas away, but everyone's eyes soon fall on Pumbaa.
Why is everyone looking at me?
It is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we proudly present your dinner. Be our
When the hyenas see such a fat meal, of course they refuse to let it go, and immediately chase after him. Pumbaa and Timon successfully create an opening for Simba. Rafiki also watches all this from far away. He walks to a hollow tree and reaches inside. Soon he pulls out an ancient staff. Meanwhile, Scar has lost all patience with the lionesses. He forces Sarabi to become his queen, or he will drive all the lionesses out of the Pride Lands. Scar believes he is stronger than Mufasa, and more fit to rule this land, but Sarabi tells him directly he is not worthy of being king, and not worthy of being compared to Mufasa Mufasa. This completely enrages Scar. Facing the furious Scar, Sarabi still stands by her choice. Scar can no longer hold back and attacks Sarabi directly. The difference in size and strength leaves Sarabi unable to fight back. At the most dangerous moment, a lion roar shakes the sky. Fear rises instantly inside Scar. He looks at the powerful lion in front of him, as if the dead Mufasa has returned. Simba's appearance makes Sarabi burst into tears. She cannot believe her child is still alive. Only when Simba answers her himself does Sarabi finally know this is not an illusion. Scar watches Simba step closer, as if Mufasa from years ago is standing in front of him again. He knows he is already old and cannot beat Simba in a direct fight. But what Scar is best at has never been fighting head-on. It is breaking someone from the inside. He immediately brings up what happened back then, saying Mufasa's death was all Simba's fault. He says Simba's recklessness killed his father, and a prince like that should feel ashamed. He has no right to become king. Scar questions Simba in front of all the lions, asking if he has told everyone the truth. How can a prince who killed the king inherit the throne? He forces Simba to admit that he killed Mufasa.
Now's your chance to confess. Tell them who's responsible for Mufasa's death.
It was me.
He admits it! Murderer! If it weren't for you, the king would be alive. It's your fault he's dead. Do you deny it?
I'm not a murderer.
Simba's mind is completely broken by Scar. Scar wants him to believe Mufasa's death was all his fault. As long as Simba loses the will to fight, Scar can keep controlling the Pride Lands. Under Scar's pressure, Simba steps back again and again. Guilt crushes him so hard he cannot fight back, and he does not notice. The cliff is right under his feet.
Are you the king?
No, I'm...
You're what? Say it!
I'm nothing.
Then bow to your king!
Simba!
A bolt of lightning tears across the sky and strikes the tree beside them. A raging fire quickly rises. All of Pride Rock is surrounded by flames. This scene is just as terrifying as the gorge years ago.
Long live the king!
Scar looks at the fear on Simba's face and finally reveals the cruelest truth. He tells Simba, Mufasa had the same look before he died.
And here's my little secret. I killed Mufasa.
Only then does Simba understand. Mufasa falling from the cliff was never an accident. The one who really killed his father was Scar to steal the throne. Scar killed his own brother and pushed all the blame onto young Simba. The guilt Simba carried for years instantly turns into furious strength. Seeing the truth exposed, Scar still tries to frame Simba.
You told us you didn't get to the gorge in time. Then how did you see the look in Mufasa's eyes?
But his lies are quickly seen through by Sarabi and the lionesses. With his plot fully exposed, Scar can only choose war. He immediately orders the hyenas to attack, trying to kill Simba right away. But the Simba now is no longer the helpless cub from years ago. He has grown up with a strong body like Mufasa. Facing the charging hyenas, Simba does not back down again. The lionesses, oppressed for years, finally get their chance to fight back. They all charge forward and clash head-on with the hyenas. All of Pride Rock instantly becomes a chaotic battlefield. Both sides tear into each other, and no one is willing to retreat. At that moment, the hyena leader Shenzi locks onto Nayla. She still remembers the elephant graveyard, when she almost ate that little lion cub. But the Nayla now is no longer a child anyone can bully. She leaps straight at Shenzi, and the two quickly tear into each other. On the other side, Zazu joins the fight too, but he is soon cornered by the hyenas. At the critical moment, Rafiki appears with his ancient staff. He swings the staff and rushes into battle, knocking back hyenas one after another. This mandrill, who usually seems crazy, is fiercer than anyone when the real fight begins. Just as the battle gets most intense, Pumbaa also charges into the hyena pack with unstoppable force. He sends a huge group of hyenas flying. Timon also causes trouble in the chaos, helping everyone distract the hyenas. Under everyone's counterattack, the hyenas soon begin to retreat, facing the united Pride. They cannot gain any advantage. If they keep fighting, they will only die here. Scar watches the defeated hyenas and knows the situation cannot be saved. He tries to escape in the chaos, but Simba will not let him leave again. Scar runs all the way to the cliff edge and has nowhere left to go.
Have mercy, I beg you.
Mercy! To what you did?
It was the hyenas. Those revolting scavengers made me do it. I was planning on killing them all.
He starts begging Simba for mercy and pushes all his crimes from back then onto the hyenas. He says the hyenas forced him to do it and that he was threatened by them, so he killed Mufasa. But Scar does not know. Shenzi has heard every word to save his own life. He has completely betrayed his allies. Scar keeps lowering himself, begging Simba to spare his life. Looking at the killer who murdered his father, Simba still gives him one chance. He tells Scar to leave the Pride Lands, just like Scar once forced him to run away.
Run away and never return.
Yes.
Scar pretends to obey, but when he passes the burning embers on the ground, he suddenly throws ash at Simba.
You can't win, Scar! This is my kingdom! My destiny!
But Scar thinks too highly of himself. The Simba now will no longer be defeated by his lies. Scar falls from the cliff edge. This cruel and selfish usurper finally pays the price for his betrayal. But Scar does not die from the fall right away. He lands below the cliff, right in front of the hyenas. Scar still tries to deceive them, saying they can work together again, and still have a chance to take back the throne. But the hyenas have already seen who he really is. Shenzi slowly walks out of the smoke. She no longer believes a single word Scar says. Soon, all the hyenas rush towards Scar. This time, Scar has no chance to escape. He finally dies at the hands of the allies he betrayed. A heavy rain begins to fall. The fire is completely put out, and years of pain in the Pride Lands are washed away with it. Under the gaze of every animal, Simba slowly walks up Pride Rock. He finally carries on Mufasa's will and becomes the new king of the Pride Lands.